No Sense Gamers.
Hey everybody, welcome to NoSenseGamers Podcast number 34 with Dan, Adam,
Hello,
and Chris.
hello.
Again, no research done by myself.
No news.
There's no news.
I think any day you do research, it's a bad omen.
It is. I don't know.
Better off when you don't do it.
Okay. I'll have to do it anyway because I have my article to write, and that's the news.
You don't need to do research to write an article.
That's true. Well, you proved that. It was actually probably one of the best. It just made me laugh all the way through it.
You didn't redo any research.
He even did the whole disclaimer thing at the beginning. It just made me laugh pretty much all the way through it.
I used my previous knowledge to the two games in question, which
Lost Island, the second edition.
Yeah, the second edition, and
It's just called Lost Island 2, but I just found it quite funny that it was the second. And it's Lost Island 3, not Roman numerals, not the number, but tallies.
3 tally marks. That must be surely.
Surely is it right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't you use the tallies?
Yeah. It would be kind of funny though if I actually did get it spot on for the third game, and that they really haven't changed anything from the first game.
Rumours are they haven't. So
I know.
Rumours are that it's still as crap as the second one. The first one was supposed to be alright, and never played it, except for in a store, like you said. That's the only experience I had playing that.
Yeah.
And then the second one was supposed to be as crap. It was supposed to be really bad. I actually did play co-op on the second one with Paul.
Yeah.
And it was the worst split screen ever. It was like you may as well not even use. It was like the smallest, tiny screens possible you could get. It's not like half screen each. It was like a corner each. I said, why? It's two of us. Just make it bigger.
Maybe that game killed off split screen. Yeah.
I hope not, because
Maybe that's why.
I like.
It was Lost Planet second edition.
It also like we call it split screen, but I like the term. I also like the term couch co-op. It's an Americanism.
Yeah.
Couch co-op.
Couch play. Found a website that you can search for games with certain so you can search for are they multiplayer? Is that multiplayer online or is that multiplayer kind of split screen, or like basically you can tick a box. It's like couch play, so you can go like PS3 and find every single game that is couch play, and then you can order them by rating that people have given them a rating on the site.
I don't know if there's one called Co-Optimus, and that's all about co-op games, and they have they only write about co-op games. You know what you're looking for when you're on that site. And they're all generally quite good as well. So.
However, like with the whole PS4, that will kind of rule out the need for that. However, it's still good. I really like all being in a room with, like, say, FIFA, and you can have up to you can actually have 7 people playing FIFA all at once.
We'll just have to LAN it rather than to get like a little small LAN network. Let's do it that way. But I actually ordered my PS4 at long last.
Finally,
yeah. I'm not going to get it day one. Clearly not. But
have they said at all?
Friendly glitches to get out of the way.
They said that you'll get one as soon as we get them in.
Oh, right.
Which I imagine will be like the week
after. To be honest, though, this week they've only just said that we're having to stop day one release consoles, and it's now day 2. Yeah. So you might even just get it the day after.
Yeah, it's a Saturday day after. But they said on Amazon it's something like if you ordered it after August the 6th or something, then you will not get it day.
You're not guaranteed
for day one release. But I don't care. And then I ordered Watch Dogs as well.
Yeah.
Because you need a game to play, right? Even though I'd probably download stuff, but
I know you'd have to buy the separate thing. Does anything come with it?
Except for the what you need. No, they're not bundles yet, are they?
Well, they've announced a bundle that it's the Killzone. It's the PS4, 2 controllers, the Eye, and Killzone for whatever the price of the Xbox is.
And then I like the date now. We've got a date. I don't think
it's good that we've now actually got And I presumed that there was already. I presumed that there was already a date for the Xbox because when they announced it, it was like 15th in the US, 29th here, and I'm like slightly later than maybe wanted. However, I like the fact that I've got a date now. But I thought, shit, isn't the Xbox coming out like mid-November anyway?
I don't know. They've not said.
Yeah, they've not actually said. The rumours, at the minute, it's late November.
It's late November at the moment, so it'll be around the same time. But the rumours, there were rumours like, because the reason that the Americans have got it there because you've got Black Friday in the US, which is where they have the big sales after Thanksgiving. And Chris obviously got some racial slur out of that. But
no, Movie Monday.
But they
New Tuesday.
But yeah, that's why they have it that early on, so they can get that sale, get involved in that sale, and then we have it because we don't have that.
We don't with it, yeah.
But I'm looking forward to it. So ordering more Watch Dogs. Probably end up ordering more games. But by the looks of it, they said I'm going to get Watch Dogs on the day that it's released on the PS4, which is 29th. Right. So I'm going to have a PS4 game without a PS4.
Yeah.
Which will be funny.
Yeah.
Just sit there.
Are you going to attempt to put it in your PS3 to see what happens?
I should. I don't want to because it will scratch. It will probably my luck just break everything.
Good thing is though, because I've not
chain reaction.
I've not pre-ordered any games yet. I will do, but the cool thing is that even if whatever games weren't to arrive on that date, you get Drive Club for free anyway. So I'm going to be able to play Drive Club, and there's an indie game that you get with it that's meant to be pretty cool. Is it that?
Knack, is it?
No, that's not an indie game.
Oh.
Is it something gun? Retro gun? It's something gun, all one word. But that was really kind of cool. So
Relapse gun.
There'll be something. There'll be something to do.
Yeah, there'll be something to do. I'm trying to phase into downloading stuff now as well. Even though I have been buying disc versions of things. Actually, I've only bought one game recently, but we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah, now you've got your internet.
I've got my good internet.
Now you have the internet.
You can get a bunch of free stuff off BSN. If you haven't joined them already.
I've still got with that though. I've still got the thing where like I thought I've got all this good internet, the stuff that I want to download them. I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I don't want to spend the money on these games. It should be like pre-ordered.
What is still available on PS3, PSN? Because when the free games come out, they've got a list, and eventually they'll drop off.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of download them at the time.
Don't know. But there's just a few PC games mostly that I was going to download and stuff like that. There was something that I saw that was Rome 2, a game that also you covered, which you got pretty much right. So
I think I'd seen it written down somewhere.
Like I always classified Rome as the best Total War game, so hopefully the second one will be as good. But I ordered it off Amazon for Luke so I can ship it out to him. And then I looked on Steam to see how much it was going to be on Steam.
Yeah.
It was like £30 maybe, $29.99 I think it was on Amazon. It's like £40 or something on Steam.
Was it?
It's like a lot more, and you're thinking it's not worth that because you're not got no disc, no actual physical copy.
You got no disc.
So I might just have to order 2 copies.
It's like if you to order Watch Dogs off the PSN, I think it's $54.99. I was like,
oh yeah, I saw stuff like that. Yeah, because I got it for 40 something, I guess. But you look everywhere else, it's like 50 or pound. Like, what?
Yeah,
for a game?
You're not gonna. If you look elsewhere, you just won't pay that. Like, fair enough if everywhere's selling it for that, but they're just not.
What can I've got like a download list of stuff on my PS3. And if I was to sign in on your system as myself and put my details in, I'd be able to download things, or you'd be able to download stuff.
Yeah, but would I be able to play it without logging into your profile?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, because my brother, I've done it. Me and my brother have swapped. I've got our accounts on both machines. So anything that I've had, he's got. And then anything he's got, I've downloaded as well.
Because there's a thing you can do that on Xbox, but I think you have to be. It's like the notification on the Xbox One. They just announced that anyway. You have to be logged into someone else's profile. But I think
as soon as it's downloaded to your system, it's available to all users.
I think you can do that on Xbox.
It's anything that you download is available to be played on 5 different.
Yeah, so I think it's the same on Xbox as well.
You can.
I've never tried it.
So I've downloaded Mass Effect 1 using my brother's details on my system.
Got it.
So I've gone back to login on my details, signed in, and it still works.
Cool.
The free games you need PlayStation Plus.
See, it's whether or not, whether
to work.
If you got a game through PlayStation Plus, downloaded it. Obviously, if you then installed it on Dan's PS3, won't be able to play it
unless he was a part.
But does it not have to be the person with Plus that downloaded it, or Plus? What if it was a game that was available before he got Plus?
That's why I said, can you play it without being on his username or whatever you call it?
You can play it under your own username, but you need PlayStation Plus for the free games to work.
But you don't have to be logged in for me to use it.
You don't have to be.
No, that's fair enough.
Oh no, you don't have to.
Just joking, because sometimes you get things like that. That's what they announce with the new consoles, not the current ones. There was something else I saw the other day about like the Xbox saying that there's other thing about the Xbox now where with the Kinect you don't have to use it anymore, and you don't have to have it connected all the time, but you do still get it with every single one, which is a bit annoying. There was other stuff.
They basically backtracked on absolutely everything and made themselves look stupid because they've lost all respect.
Yeah.
It's like, at least if you're going to stand up for what you actually want to do, and now they've literally reversed everything. Like, I don't think there's anything that they originally announced that was like, this is what we're doing, and they've just gone back on it all.
The fact that you get a Kinect. Yeah, they've pretty much reversed on most everything. The way their cloud stuff works, I imagine, is still the same because there was nothing wrong with it.
That was like a positive thing, weren't it? The fact that you can use the cloud and that.
Yeah, I think that's still the same and everything. But yeah, a lot of stuff is backtracked. The little things. They should have just gone with it, and then if you bought an Xbox, you would have just gone with it and just done it and accepted it because you just do.
I don't think so. That's the thing. Since they reversed it, I don't think there's not been a mass amount of people that have been like, oh wait, no, I'm not going to get a PS4. I'll get an Xbox. I think they've already burnt those bridges.
I would like to see how many people who have ordered both, as in they've ordered a PS4, but they've also ordered an Xbox. I want to know if it's more people have ordered both than have ordered Xbox One on its own.
Oh, right, yeah.
Because I know there will be people. Because there will be people who do it. Because
a lot of people do. Like,
a lot of people want to own every console.
Yeah.
And if I kind of do. I just don't have the money to do that.
To be honest, like now in the position that I am, I could buy them both.
Yeah.
But I just would never want to, because of the Xbox One. There's no reason for me to buy it ever. Like, there's nothing coming out for it that I'm like, shit, really want to play that isn't already going to be on board.
I'll probably just buy a
PC
pre-owned one when they get pre-owned because I will want to play the next Halo and I will want to play Dead Rising. That's 2 games. I'm not going to pay the full amount for those 2 games.
Yeah.
Unless they announce something that's more interesting. I don't know why this made me think of this now, but there was an advert.
There's a new Halo still not on PC.
There's a new Halo on PC. But they were talking about how much games cost before. I got Saints Row 4 for £30 off Amazon.
Yeah.
Nowhere else have I seen it be that price. I was like, well, Amazon did
30 is
that was a Commander in Chief edition as well. I was like,
yeah,
that's not like the basic version.
I was just saying to Chris, like Beyond Two Souls off Amazon for the special edition is currently $32.99.
Is it?
Yeah,
that's well good.
And that's going to be like the last big game of this generation, and it's exclusive, and it's not even £35 for
When's that
the
come
special
out?
edition, like the 11th of October.
Is it? That's probably. Yeah. Next big game, I've ordered that one. Just can't wait for that. That's GTA 5.
Yeah, pre-ordered that.
Pre-ordered that, yeah. Can't wait for that. When that arrives, I'll just be playing that. That's like, I think, when does that come out? The
17th.
17th?
I think it's a Tuesday.
The week after is my week off. So I will, and my parents are away, and I'll just be playing that to death. It's not like just ridiculously over the top playing that. Except if we have a gaming night or something, we'll do something. Or we can, I won't even have online then, will it?
I'm going to say it's 2 weeks after, isn't it, the online?
Yeah, it's been annoying.
Are you having a headset this PS4?
You get a headset with it.
Oh, that's good then.
It's not a good one though. It's like
it's just like a
hands-free
ears,
type thing, yeah.
So as long as the tag that goes from the earpiece, the ear ring to the mouthpiece is a secure one, you should work all right. So I had one that worked pretty fine, but
it's not like the current one. It's nothing. It's like what you're wearing right now. It's
just a little ear thing that you put in. To be honest, though, because I probably would be using it a lot, because most of the games I'm going to be getting, I will probably end up be playing co-op online. I don't mind spending like 50 or 60 quid on a good.
That's why I've got my decent Xbox ones, because me and Luke used to play a lot. I used to play with Ian and with Joe and stuff like that all the time.
I'll probably get that for Christmas or something like that.
The thing is, though, you can get ones like the Turtle Beach did one. I think it was, no, it wasn't. I don't know if it's Turtle Beach. It's always sold next to the Turtle Beach ones, but it's in an orange box, and it was for everything. You could use it on the PC, you could use it on the PlayStation, you could use it on an Xbox. I don't know how that works. The Xbox One has got the stupid little thing, but
it's still the same. Internally, it's exactly the same product, though.
Yeah, it will be.
Just stuck something on the end of it.
Yeah, there was stuck something on the end of it. So I don't know if you have to take something off to plug it into Could it be like a USB probably, and then you put something on it? I imagine for the Xbox.
Okay. I got this little nifty, like a single earpiece and a mouth bit for like £7 something online. A Bluetooth connection.
I got mine for 14 something like that from Game or something.
That works really well. The only thing that it goes funky on is Borderlands 1. If you don't turn it on and kind of establish before you turn the game on, once you go into the game, either one person comes through very clearly and the other person can't be heard, or vice versa, or when you speak it kind of chops you up and cuts you out.
Right.
That's a Bluetooth signal. That's weird. But yeah, because I got the Bluetooth headset for my PS3 that I've never opened or took out of the box, even though I asked for one. It's kind of like I was like, just because I don't use it, because I don't play multiplayer games on my PlayStation. I don't play multiplayer games at all at the moment.
Yeah.
But that can be used with a PC. If you get it's only a little earpiece one.
Yeah.
But that can be used with a PC. Not that I would use. They don't play. Well, actually, that's not true. I have played some multiplayer Left 4 Dead on my PC, just to see what's happening. It was amusing. People typing out, which is quite funny. I found that even though you can't hear them, PC gamers are much nicer than console gamers.
Yes.
You still get the...
Yeah, you will.
But it's kind of like the more saturated. And it's almost like the people that are playing PC games online are more like hardcore. That's what they play.
Yeah.
And, you know...
Yeah. But to be honest with you, it's not like a lot of people moan about Xbox fans being complete morons. That's actually a very small amount of people. I remember I played a lot of Rainbow Six Vegas 2 online, and that was always really good because generally a lot of time I think they had dedicated servers for that game. So a lot of time you were playing locally and with people from the UK, which is always really cool. And you occasionally get it was just really cool.
See, it's not really like in a way. It's not really Xbox fans. It's Xbox Call of Duty fans.
Yes,
which
probably.
Just because they just happen to be, they are Xbox fans. That's almost like what it is, isn't it? It's a stereotype of an Xbox fan. You're a Call of Duty fan, and that's probably what it like. The people that play COD, they won't be playing Rainbow Six because they won't like the fact that it's probably realistic. Like it's probably compared to COD, which is just running around shooting.
It's full of lag.
Ridiculous. If you're going to do terrorist hunt on Rainbow Six Vegas 2, you'll clear a whole bunch of rooms and areas and stuff, and it's like, right, this floor is bottom floor is clear. Let's go up the stairs, and then you turn around, open a door, and there's a guy with a shotgun, and you just come through that room and he'll shoot you in the face and kill you.
Which is realistic, right?
Happens in real life.
But other than that, it's quite realistic.
Well, as in the game mechanics of walking around shooting, and it won't be an easy sort of spinning in a circle.
It's one of those first person, you add third person elements as well, which is cool.
When you take over, it goes to third person, and you shoot first person.
Yeah.
It's quite cool. I played it a lot. Split screen. Couch play with brother and stuff. Yeah. It was always fun.
Me.
And the customization in it is really good as well.
Yeah, that's one of the first games that we must have played because I remember you going mad with the customization.
Because you can... it's really cool. You can choose what kind of...
Yeah, because we used to make our own mini game. Again, that was probably one of the earliest times we ever came up with like games within games. We just armor up ourselves. Maximum armor. Big FD machine gun and just run in. And see how long you last. You're not allowed to take cover or anything, just run in.
You can change your tactical clothing and then the camouflage, and then you can choose what armor you want. Chest, shoulders, knees and toes. And then what camouflage that's in, and then your head and your glasses and guns, all this random crap. So
like the guns.
Put on maximum armor, get 2 heavy machine guns, and then as soon as the mission loads, just run out and then don't let go of the trigger. Don't even open doors. Shoot the doors down until they splinter and break away, and then keep on going through. You run out, switch to the next one, and start shooting some more. It
was a hilarious game type because it was that villa or whatever it was called.
Yeah,
you just run in. He's like, see how long you last. You didn't last long, but it was
shoot
still
all your way
hilarious.
through to the kitchen, swap weapons, have a breather, and then go around the corner and go and take up the next area.
But that game was notorious across all the world for its lag.
Right.
It would just... apparently, like even if you played like System Link, it was supposed to be lagging. It's kind of like
People will glitch around.
It was hilarious. It was funny because as soon as you had like a game that was start like lagging, it would just the people just go whoop, just gone. Nobody left in the game.
And then you get this like machine gun noise that just starts.
Oh, that was horrible.
Stops.
Oh, that was
never
horrible.
This constant like that goes over the top of all the sound, and it's pointlessly loud as well.
Yeah,
and you can run through the map, and it gets a bit quieter. Then you go around the corner, and it's suddenly there again.
It was the most like annoying noise to have over and over. It wasn't even like it was like not even like a proper like gun sound because it was more like just a repetitive one shot.
Like nails being like a bag of nails just falling onto a tin roof.
It was horrible.
You couldn't even hear the people online talking. Like it drowned everything out.
It was that loud. Yeah, it was that loud. But it was still a good game though. Still a fun game.
Yeah, it's really fun. Even though you can tell with like textures and stuff, it's not the sharpest of games to look at, but it's still fun.
Yeah,
it was good. Let's see what I've got. I'm on. Anyone want to guess what website I'm on to look at news?
IGN.
No.
N4G.
No.
Our own.
No.
Hold on.
We don't do news. We only do announcements.
Gaming for
releases. No.
CVG.
Well done. On CVG. The first one.
They are pretty damn good.
I like CVG.
Yeah.
The first one I've got on CVG is Plants vs Zombies 2 has surpassed its predecessor. If you're interested in that sort of games.
Where to go, guys?
It's a big franchise, huge.
Yeah.
Not fast.
We've already talked about the Xbox and it's late November. Hints everywhere. It's late
So I think which is weird because the way that we're looking at it, we're getting the PS4 late November. So late November Xbox is the same anyway. But then again, it's not because everybody in America is getting the PS4 in mid-November, and that's kind of what counts, I guess. People, like, when's the PS4 coming out? 15th. Not for us, but for all the Americans who actually, they're the ones that matter, apparently. You know.
Well, the thing is that they'll say, I'm sure I would tell somewhere that it was like, they seem to have a pattern with the release of their consoles, the Xbox. So a lot of time it was something like they had it on the first one was like the 11th of November or something, and the next one was the 12th, and they're expecting the 13th this time.
Right.
But now with all the rumours, it looks like that's probably not going to be the case.
Yeah. The reason, though, that the rumour is that it's late November is because of some...
PepsiCo.
Yeah, some advertisement that they've got a deal with Pepsi.
Yeah, PepsiCo promo.
What, Xbox and Pepsi?
He looks so disappointed.
Yeah.
That's like being twinned with a fucking paedophile.
It's like twinned with Rolf Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Pepsi's horrible. Oh, wait, just take a moment.
Your life's just come
Colour
crashing down.
schemes, surely PlayStation makes sense. And in terms of big corporations being really gay and shit, Coke and Xbox.
Pepsi, they've got a worse reputation than Coke, if we're going to go that way, because Pepsi just done those horrible adverts for ages, and they're known as a big buy everybody, screw everybody over company.
They're just the ones that get all the celebrities in, don't they? It's like, let's pay Beyonce to do.
Or Messi.
Coke just stick with polar bears and Santa Claus.
Coke they've already won before they started making the adverts. So it's like, we don't need any of this shit.
We don't need a new advert every year. We'll just put the same one
They
on.
could get Justin Timberlake to like start dancing around a mountain of Coke cans, but they don't need to spend that money. Just
do Pepsi.
They could just put a logo up there and just be like, here, Coke.
They get some puppets to dance.
Yeah.
You see the advert for the next year.
Just a tribute to yourself to the biggest money grabbing event of the year, based on 2 myths.
It's like the thing of like almost people literally say, like, it's on Facebook, it's now Christmas because I've just seen the Coca-Cola thingy advert, like
the train
sort of thing. It's
train.
Apparently it's not Christmas until Coca-Cola aired that advert. So
I actually believe that because it doesn't suddenly change the tone.
Even Jesus says that.
It aired in October last year, though.
Should we get back to games?
Yeah.
New Borderlands 2 DLC detailed for
another one.
next week. Another one. They keep putting that stuff out, and I didn't complete the game.
I got an update for Borderlands 2, and I don't even have the game. They just got a patch update, additional content thing in the middle of the night.
That's impressive. Speaking of DLC, there's already a DLC for Saints Row 4.
Yeah, there's like
I think
2 of them.
2 of them.
Yeah,
Like,
it only came out like 2 weeks ago.
Fuck that. Like,
But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get around to Saints Row because that's one of my games. Xbox has rebranded its marketplace to now Xbox Game Store
Xbox Game Store.
rather than Marketplace.
I've got a 34
Which,
fact.
to be honest, yeah, we'll get to that at the end.
Okay.
which is weird to me because that suggests more that it's games. Marketplace was a suggestion that it's also films and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
And then now it's just Game Store suggests just games. Which is really weird.
Well, I'm guessing you will be able to get films and music and stuff.
Yeah, you generally do. Also, I heard that there was one of the next updates on the Xbox was going to be they're getting rid of points, and then I got it on my Xbox and there was an update. I was like, okay, let's have a look at this. Updated it, looked on the first thing you could buy, and I was like, this should be 300 points. It's not. It's monies.
Yeah.
So we've finally gone on to actual money, which is good.
Like they've done that right towards the end.
Right at the end.
But obviously they've done it for the beginning of the next
Xbox one. Yeah. Though I've got a feeling everything now costs more than it did. I don't know why. Just because of probably the worth of the point to the pound or whatever. But
yeah.
I don't know. Assassin's Creed hits something about EU PlayStation Store.
Oh yeah,
sale.
they're all on sale at the minute, apart from the first game.
On the Xbox, if you're interested in, I don't know, there's a Rockstar sale as well at the moment, I noticed. So you can get all the Rockstar games for like...
We've already had ours.
Just saying, there is one.
We got those.
We got Red Dead Redemption 3.
Yeah, I mean, there's actually you can get any Rockstar game that they've ever done for half price or something, I don't know, I didn't buy them because I've got them all. Except for Red Dead scratched. I don't know how that one happened either.
Red Dead, Dead for Dead, Left for Dead, Red Undead.
Is dead.
I don't know how. I've got a few scratch games. I don't even know how I do it. And I think I know how I did it. I used to have my Xbox stood up on the floor. Used to get kicked over. So it's kind of like the worst place to put an Xbox.
Having a console stood up scratches your disc though. It's proven. So
kicking it over scratches his disc too.
It does.
PlayStation did pretty well for itself. With it.
It still does. No, it still does. You shouldn't stand your PlayStation 3.
I never stood it up. I don't think.
I don't do 3 anyway because it's cool. It can't dissipate heat as good.
You can't stack. This is the only reason that I don't. I need to be able to stack my electronics equipment because I've got so much of it. So that's why the flatter it is on top, the better. But it's quite annoying when you unbox the original. It's kind of like it's quite curved.
Nintendo UK cuts Wii U trade price. If you're interested. No. Anybody got a Wii U?
No.
No, I don't know anyone with a Wii U. I don't think.
The fuck out.
Metal Gear Solid and Mass Effect movies still in early stages of production.
Yeah, I read that. They've announced the
2 games, I'm sure, that while have massive fan bases, neither one really wants to see a movie.
They're already movies anyway.
What?
That's my point. Because nobody really wants to see them as movies.
What are they?
Mass Effect and Metal Gear Solid. Neither one.
Just because I don't.
You're a massive Metal Gear Solid fan. Do you want to see a movie?
In a way, I do want to see a movie, but I know it won't be as good as I hope it will be.
The only way the movie would work is if they did Metal Gear Solid.
It won't work.
With Auto Hit, not him, fucking
David Hayter.
Moses Island.
Moses.
The PS1 one, and it was not frame for frame, but the story.
Yeah.
My thing is that I just don't think they should do movie versions of the actual game. If you're going to do it like spin-offs. So it's not the game itself, it's just the version,
but even
it's another story within the universe.
They did that with Tomb Raider, and that didn't work out very well, even though they're enjoyable.
Is that supposed to be an expansion of the universe, is it?
Well, they're not the game.
It's not the game, no. They're just not supposed to, I didn't know if it was supposed to be like the Doom, where it was just the idea of the game and then putting it in, or taking the name and just borrowing the name almost. The best ones for it actually are, not even if it's not movies, but Halo did the mini-series, set in the same universe but not revolving around the games.
Yeah,
works better because it just
It's like the Navy Cadets, wasn't it?
Yeah, you're not taking anything away from the game story. You're not trying to reproduce something that's already been done.
While the feature of Master Chief it's not centered around him either, which is quite a good bit.
Yeah.
If you've got
which is the only way you could probably do it with a character who has no face and barely says a word.
Yeah.
Though they did a good attempt. They did in Halo 4. They did well with him to give him a bit more character, which was to do with probably what happens at the end. But I'm not going to spoil that for anybody. Not that you're ever going to play it, Adam, but still.
Probably not now.
And spoiler then, Cortana dies at the end. And obviously Master Chief without Cortana...
That was the least amount of warning and a spoiler warning's ever been given.
Do you care?
No, but, it's like, spoiler,
Cortana dies. Think of the listeners.
I'll think of the listeners.
I'll
edit in a space. Right?
Make it stupidly long.
It's stupidly long. But, at the end, they suggested that she dies. They could easily bring her back. She's died before. They could easily bring her back. But Cortana... Chief without Cortana... She doesn't actually exist, though. Yeah, in a weird way. She got destroyed then. But yeah, with Chief without Cortana is like you're suddenly losing your personality.
It's like a bagel without a hole.
In a weird way. But that's just bread, right? But yeah, with because Master Chief doesn't have that, doesn't emote, isn't a character. Whereas Cortana's always done the emotional heavy lifting, so it's kind of like that means he's gonna have to do it on his own. And it's like, how does he?
It'd be like watching
it's the Terminator
try and smile in Terminator 2.
He does an alright. To be honest with you, even when she's gone towards the end, he just has the head, the nod head, using his head and just moving around. Does it well, but it's body language, not actual. There's only so much you can do with body language, isn't there?
Maybe they'll give him a face.
No, they never will give him a face. That'll be the worst decision they ever made.
I have 2 questions.
Go on.
First question is, who is Cortana? Okay. Second question is, I don't care.
That's not a question.
That's not a question.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't try to answer the first question because I just don't care.
All right. So let's go back to game stuff then. PlayStation Home content updates to cease in Japan.
Yeah,
to cease.
I noticed that.
I didn't even use that once.
Went on it a few times, but then I was like, "This is cool," but I'm not going to use it.
HMV to hold GTA 5 midnight launches.
Yeah, well done, HMV. You go, guys. Someone needs to buy from you, and I bet it's $44.99 from HMV.
Probably.
There's only 3 locations in the country that can do that as well.
Is there?
I don't know. I'm just making that up, but
do midnight launches anyway.
Actual stores. I think there's Manchester.
There's more than
Asda
that.
usually do midnight launches
because
it's 24 hours Asda, but the logistics
there
of
12 and you can have a drink whilst you queue up.
Preston game does it because do I remember a thing about the whole they need to open up the mall.
Did you not get GTA 4 from Preston?
Possibly.
Were you living in Preston at the time?
What year is GTA 4?
8, I think.
2008.
Something like that.
No,
it was a long time ago.
That would have been my second year. I also would have been around Preston, but I can't remember.
I was at
Preston for something anyway.
Because actually, it might be. I think it was my first year of university because we pretty much spent days just talking about GTA 4 and how people got it before some other people and stuff like that. And we were still on the old campus, which we weren't in second and third year. So whatever year that, I think it was 2008.
2007. We started unit in 2007.
Right.
That was the first year, but obviously that would have gone into 2008.
Yes, I don't know. 2008 time.
Well, because it would have come out in September.
Yeah, so
it would have come out probably either the beginning or end of the
semester. You've already talked about Killzone bundle listed by retailers. Ghost Games takes charge of the Need for Speed franchise. That's a branch of EA.
Who the hell's Ghost of Games?
Ghost Games. They're part of EA.
GG.
What have they done before?
I don't know. I saw it the other day as well. It's a different part of EA that's trying to boost the franchise, trying to bring it back.
There's only one thing you need to do: have car customization.
No, but that's nothing to do with. Stuff. But that's nothing to do with the actual point of the game, though. So if they did have that, and then it drove terribly, then there's no real point to it.
There's no point driving around unlocking cars if you can't do a ton of shit to them afterwards.
They should have not gone free roam.
I don't like that. I would much rather have a menu with 1 to 30 and be like, right, race 1, now you can do race 2.
Which was the one that everybody played?
Burnout Paradise was one of the earlier.
Need for Speed Underground.
Was it Need for Speed Underground the first? The one where everybody pretty much worked their way to get in the skyline.
Day 1.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
What's that?
That was
not
good.
Free roam?
No.
No.
No, it wasn't.
That was
Is that the one where you had like 3 different kinds of races? You had
and
the
all
race,
and they all drove
like
different.
drift,
sprint,
sprint.
stuff like that.
Yeah.
Lap.
Drag.
That was pretty cool. And drag, yeah.
But they just
I used to
gear
play drag
shift.
because
Drag,
it
you
was
just had
easy.
to just press left and right.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
But it was fun.
But you have to time the gear shift.
Yeah.
You had to time the gear shift and you had to time your NOS as well, didn't you?
Then the second one, they had ones with bends in it, and you'd go around a corner, and you'd be in your lane with no oncoming traffic, and the car would just sway into the other lane and then just smash into oncoming traffic. Well annoying. Fucking hated dragging on that one. First one's really good though. Yes.
Have you seen that Dying Light by Techland? That game
Heard about it, but not seen
by the
anything.
same people who do Dead Island. It's a zombie
Yes, yeah.
There's a
That
British-
could be
there's a-
pretty good.
game. Like that's the
That
same
looks-
thing as like
Does the
when
main character have a British accent? It's really annoying.
I don't know if I
I don't think
I
he's. I
speak.
can't remember him
I must
speaking.
have been the
There is
commentator about
I'm
it.
sure there was probably something British in it at some point, but it looks as good as Dead Island did when they first announced that.
Yeah.
So I'm wary of it just because of the company.
However, though, it's not.
What's the company?
It's
Techland.
What's they done?
Dead Island.
Dead Island.
You listening to what we're saying today?
However, though, like
You hear?
I know.
No.
the game isn't going to be as actiony in a sense of fighting things. Obviously, you're going to be able to kill zombies, but the point is you're meant to run from them.
Yeah.
So it's basically
It's all
Dead
parkour,
Island. It's
parkour.
Dead Island mixed with thingy, Mirror's Edge.
Mirror's Edge.
So it could work out really good because you're not having to like hack and slash at all these zombies and be all because that's the repetitive nature of it. You're going to be just jumping around and taking out the odd few with whatever you can find, but generally, hopefully, the core of the game is going to be running and jumping from all these buildings.
It's
So
also-
that could be pretty damn cool.
It's also because the whole game's called Dying Light, focused around how Dead Rising sort of way the zombies change
At night,
at
yeah.
night and just shift into some crazy mutant Blade 2 type mouth things.
So that'd be cool that hopefully you would then have to be really stealthy.
Like Dead
It looks
Space
like it. You have to
yeah.
be really stealthy. Because if you watch the 12-minute gameplay
That's the
video,
one that I've watched, yeah.
yeah, that just shows him he gets on top of the boss with an electric machete and he wonders why he gets seen. Obviously, that was on purpose so that they could then leg it.
Yeah, yeah.
It's got a whole bit where he goes into slow motion if something jumps in behind you. Like he was running and he was jumping edge, and then every time something would come up jump behind him onto a ledge, he'd look around in slow motion. I don't know if that's if you press a button or something, but
Yeah.
it did that. That's pretty cool. Gives a bit of cinematic edge to your runnings. But yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's pretty interesting. But again, because it's Techland, I'm very wary of it.
Yeah.
If you're interested, BioShock Infinite is now on Mac.
I noticed
Don't
that.
own a Mac.
I noticed that, yeah.
You don't what?
What?
What? You don't? Did you say you don't own a Mac?
Apple.
Yeah, it's an Apple Mac.
No.
All right. I didn't know what you said then. I was confused. What's this sort of thing about? I don't know. Nintendo recently. There's a lot of news about Nintendo, but nothing about it that I've seen.
I read the comment of one of the lead Nintendo guys just saying that like the games lineup for next gen consoles is a bit meh.
Is it
The quote is meh. Because then I know the guy.
from the Nintendo guy?
I know that's the thing. Is like, but then the guy, the
Nintendo guy.
the Sony guy who's on Twitter a lot that's answering all the questions. I can't remember what it's called.
You
You know what I mean?
Japanese dude.
Yeah, the Japanese dude. He's then responded to
Not
it.
the one with the fake account. There's one dude that has a fake account. He's like the CEO of Sony, but it's a fake account. But everybody loves him because his answers are always provocative.
Right.
It's probably not him, obviously, but
No, it's like one of the lead guys,
Yeah.
and a lot of the information that you get about PS4 is from him directly answering questions on
Yeah.
Twitter, and he's I think responding to that guy. I can't think off the top of my head what he said, but it meant to be like a really classy sort of,
Yeah.
not getting into that. But come on, if you're the guy from like behind the Wii U, that console's already dead.
It is.
Asda no longer stock your console, so you can't really pass much judgment on the line of the next gen. And to be honest, the release kind of first day and window games coming out for this gen far better than any other generation. Because like the last gen, it was pretty poor when they came out. Like with my PS3, I think I got like Mortar Storm and
yeah.
Darkness at Summit. There weren't anything like proper huge. But
I got Gears of War with the Xbox 360, which is pretty good. But Yeah, I don't know. I think one thing Nintendo should just maybe get around to is just focusing on their handheld, because that seems to be
the 2DS that they just launched.
What is that? I saw that as well. What is that?
I think it's a 3DS, but no 3D, and it's a hell of a lot cheaper.
What's the point?
You can kind of tell. Oh no, but no one uses 3D on 3DS.
I don't know. Don't really know how it works.
They didn't have a handheld which was a 2DS anyway.
The DS.
The DS.
That's a good point. They don't already have the DS.
But it'll be more.
It'll be all the updated.
Yeah, I'm guessing
hardware.
because the 3DS won't just be a DS with 3D. It'll be a much more updated hardware. So the 2DS, I'm guessing,
it's like a slimmer case.
Will be like
twin screens.
But I've been saying it because the way it looks, it doesn't fold, does it?
I don't know.
It's got the two screens, but it's one thing, so it's quite big, and it just looks not nice.
Well, with it, yeah, I saw something in 2D. I thought it was just a joke, to be honest with you. I saw something about 3DS and 2DS. I thought, that's just a joke. They're making something funny about something or other. So I didn't look on it. I didn't realize there's an actual genuine thing that they're doing. Yeah. It's taking away the selling point, kind of a selling point of the 3DS.
They've got rid of the gimmick behind it, and it's like, well, what's the point?
That's what Nintendo are. Is gimmick now.
So they've now moved on to re-releasing generations of their own consoles, in the same way that they rehash Mario.
The same way that pretty much every console re-releases its version, just not a lesser version of it.
Exactly, rehashing like the way Nintendo.
It's like releasing, like they got the Xbox S or whatever it's called. It's not the latest one. There's one after that, but then going back and releasing the old one with the Red Rings of Death, just because it's cheaper or people might want it. I don't know.
I miss the old days when your
Xbox
console
didn't
froze and didn't work and just killed my games. I love it.
Stupid. How long have we been going? I think we're long enough to go on to talking about games we're playing. Been going for quite a while. So Adam, what games have you been playing?
I've actually been playing quite a few.
You've been busy?
More like indie sort of titles at the minute.
Good man.
Played, let's think, Hotline Miami. Got that. That's really cool. And the second one's coming out for the PS4.
They're also in there.
But that's really cool. Like you'd like that a lot. It's just like the whole 80s.
It's
the top down,
like
Alien Breed.
It's supposed to be ridiculously hard, isn't it?
It is. But because it's so fast and kind of respawn sort of thing works just so fast. You say you went into a room. If you don't kill a guy within a split second, and you're in that room, they'll probably just turn around and kill you. So, and you'll then respawn outside the room. So within like a second, you can be in the room again. And so even if you do keep dying, it's just you keep doing it over and over again.
Up with like loading.
There's no sort of loading whatsoever. And it's good that there are tactics, and you've got to plan out right which rooms you're going to take out in what order and using what weapons. If you use a gun, people are going to hear you.
Yeah.
If you use a knife or a smashed bottle, you can be stealthy.
Yeah.
So it's really cool, and you've all the time got this like 80s synth sort of shit played over it, and it's quite trippy as well. And there's a hell of a lot of blood and gore and limbs flying off.
If you ever played Alien Breed for the Amiga and stuff like that, that's like the same kind of thing. Like top down, there's rooms with like gore and stuff everywhere. It's a bit like Aliens, but. Yeah, I've seen like videos of it being played. It was cool.
Really cool. It's on like £6 on PSN.
So Steam as well, isn't it?
It'll be similar price. Sort of thought. Played that. Played Braid, which I had on the PC, but it's a platform game, so it's better on console. I prefer to just be play it on the console. So I bought it. That's a game that like won like Game of the Year when it came out a few years ago, when it's won a shitload of awards, and it's generally, like, if you see a list of like best indie games of all time, it's going to be like one or two. It's like a side-scrolling 2D, but really arty sort of platformer.
It's up there with Fez and Journey and stuff like that.
Yeah. And the mechanic is that you can kind of slow down time and reverse time.
Are you that tiny little dude? Like a tiny...
You're a little dude.
It looks like Jay Leno.
Yeah. But there's like a proper, it's really story driven. It's one of the games that if you were to watch Indie Game, the movie, it's one of the games that is being made in that. So it's really interesting to watch that as well. But that's brilliant. I think it's about £10 on PSN. So I definitely recommend anybody buying and playing that. I also did, I downloaded the demo for that the Unfinished Swan.
No, right, that one where you throw paint.
Yeah, but I've not played it yet. But that was looked really kind of interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. I saw like trailer for that or a gameplay demo. I was just confused, man. I couldn't see how it would progress.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? I don't get how it would.
I can see like that's very clever mechanic and everything. Kind of like in a way it's clever, like Flower is clever.
Yeah,
and stuff like that. But then it's like I don't know how you progress something with that, but it could be fun.
Yeah, but yeah, that's like a free trial thing on PSN, so I would play that. I downloaded a trial for Limbo as well, which came out a few years ago, and that's again one of the regarded to be quite a decent indie game, similar to Braid in a way that it's a side scrolling, technically 2D, but it's not sort of thing.
It's like it's a black and white grayscale.
Which one's Limbo?
It's one with that little silhouette.
You're a little kid with glowing eyes.
Is that the one with your glowing? Yeah, I know which one that is.
It's quite grim.
Yeah, really grim. It's like you're walking along and
yourself, don't you?
Yeah, I'm walking along and I'm kind of like, oh, this is quite
spider
quaint and stuff. And then I walk into a bear trap and the guy's legs and head falls off and I'm like, shit.
There's a bit with a spider in it.
There is, yeah. You've got to drag a thing over to it and get his leg off.
Someone like the spider stabs you through the head.
Yeah,
it keeps popping up at these different places and kind of following you and stalking you all the way through that.
I remember that one. Yeah.
But yeah, that's cool. What I played a bit.
But there's other like little Limbo kids who have like hung themselves from trees and stuff.
Are there?
Yeah, you go through that. What the fuck is this game?
But yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think of something more like playing through Rayman Origins at the minute because Legends coming out this week. That's brilliant. That's like one of like the best platform games I've ever played. It just takes the original concept of Rayman and does it in the current generation sort of way. It looks amazing, the sound's amazing, and there's loads of stuff to collect, and there's loads of replay value to it as well. So I'm hoping to like kind of get through that so I can pick up Legends at some point.
Yeah.
But that's pretty good. And then,
Legends is the one that kept getting delayed, isn't it?
Yeah, because it was originally like only going to be on the Wii U, and then
they delayed it so they could take it out.
They can bring it out on everything.
And then they delayed it for other reasons. I remember that. I wrote about it, but I still remember.
Yeah, that's getting like brilliant reviews. Like I think its Metascore will be like 90 or something, or if not late 80s. It's getting like 9s and 10s off everyone.
Yeah.
The only other thing is like we all played the Madden 25 demo.
Yeah,
played the hell out of that.
It's good with that.
I really like it. Yeah,
it's actually I like the bit they brought back little tiny touches here and there from other games and stuff like that. Like
about the movement and stuff like that.
It moves quite well.
Yeah,
you get creamed a lot. You get killed, just smashed. Death.
You've got to use like I reading a thing.
You got to use your different types of throws as well.
I was reading a thing like tips playing it, and one of the tips is basically stiff arm all the time when you're running. If there's anybody near you, use stiff arm because if you're playing someone that's good, they will be able to overpower the defender. But yeah, really cool. Like everything, it just seems to be the best Madden. Again, like every Madden that comes out does seem to be like this is the best one. Or, because all the tricks to do.
Yeah, sometimes
it's a sports franchise.
I didn't like him get rid of when they got rid of the sprint button. I didn't like that.
Yeah, because it's kind of dummies it down a bit, and it's cool that they've put it back in because you can now use your acceleration to get past a defender.
To get past
it, really cool to get past it. Put some bolognese sauce and some tomato and a little bit of herbs on top. It's a nice little dish. But yeah, so that's really cool. That's probably a game that I will be purchasing, hopefully on the PS4 because I think the multiplayer will just be really cool.
It'd be awesome.
Definitely a game that's FIFA. You cannot do. If as soon as you've got two people on the same side,
it becomes hard
unless you're playing against two people.
Yeah, we learned that because we somehow just
when we had 4 people on one team,
it was nightmare.
It doesn't work. You can't do it. It's just not enjoyable. Whereas with Madden, you kind of want you all on the same team.
Yeah.
Rather than even 2v2 or 1v1.
Because you can be unpredictable.
Yeah.
Which a computer can't be.
Yeah.
Which is cool because you got to run. You got to run your run. But then also, if you just decide to change, you can, which you can't do if your computer won't do that. So, which is alright. Yeah, we've been playing that. We played a bit of Madden.
That was really cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Then there's what have you been playing, Chris?
Nothing new, just Last of Us.
Last of Us, is it?
Yeah, really like that. Really enjoyed it. Good. For just like walking about and exploring stuff and looking around, and taking your time. and also there's like freaky bits when you're trying to avoid being ate by clickers and shit.
Yeah. I think we did an entire podcast on Last of Us at some point. We must have
when it came out. I think we both got it at the same time, didn't we?
Yeah, we never talked about the ending though because we couldn't because of Chris.
Yeah,
and probably best not to because even if we got a few listeners, don't want them to spoil it. Yeah, I've been playing some new games. I've played quite a few. I've played Metro last night, which we only briefly talked about before. That's a good game. I liked it, enjoyed it. Not finished it yet, but making my way through it. Again, it's one of those games. It's a lot about gun customization and stuff like that, and just buying gun parts and stuff. Mm-hmm. Which I pretty much have stuck with the same guns for most of the way through the game because I just
I did. I kind of set up my guns and was like, well, not changing.
Yeah, I got a shotgun, I got a pistol, and I've got a long range assault rifle.
Have you got the shotgun pistol?
The one I've got is a revolver and just kills stuff in one shot.
Yeah, that must be it.
It's ridiculous. It doesn't kill monsters in one shot, but it does a good job of them. If you hit them in the head, it will. But
I had like a submachine gun and a shotgun pistol and something else.
Yeah. Well, the other thing was from what I've seen of Metro, I expected it to be a lot more creepy, and it only has very few moments where it is genuinely creepy. It's got hard moments. It's got moments where it's just ridiculously hard, like fighting things that just won't die.
When you're waiting for the ferry.
We waiting for the ferry. That was stupid.
I have to use up all my special ammunition for that.
I just threw Molotovs at everything. I Molotov the incendiaries all the time. Just everything. Set up some mines. Come on, run away. But that's been fun. I played that until like 2:00 in the morning last night. It was stupid. Shouldn't have done that.
It's kind of a bit like the Fear games. It flicks between you fighting all these random ghoulies, monsters and stuff, people. And then you'll walk through a quiet bit where there's
nothing,
ghosts and stuff sometimes, and then there's a bit where there's people, but you be stealthy with that.
Yeah. The game generally pushes you towards being stealthy, just because you've got a thing on your arm that tells you when you're being seen, and that you can turn off lights. So you spend your entire game
blow lights out and stuff.
The entire game I just spent going. And stuff like that, just doing that for like all the time. And I kind of like killing people in stealth in first person because it's kind of got like a can I make the shot sort of thing. Whereas in third person, sometimes it just feels like if you play third person games, it's like done. It feels easier. First person just feels harder. Probably no different, but it feels different. Anyway, I played that. Enjoyed that. I like the whole gas mask thing. Yeah. It's almost like
looking for replacements.
I seem to have loads of those all the time. I never run out. That's cool. But yeah, other games I've been playing. Main one I've been playing is Saints Row 4. Got that on release. Still not got through that. That is a big game. A lot of stuff going on in that game. I'm maybe 14% of the way through, and I've played loads of hours and hours on that, just because there's so much side missions and so much other stuff you can do. That it just
Saints Row 3 is that?
It's not. It doesn't feel like a Saints Row game either, which is really weird because it's. Fair enough, it's gone really far with its stupidness and everything, but it feels like you're playing a superhero game, like you're playing like Infamous or Prototype or any other Spider-Man game or something like that. Because it's just pretty much you building up your superpower skills to then just. Like I really do like a lot of it though. Like they obviously take it really stupidly and just go with it, but you can upgrade your sprint skill, so you just get faster and faster, and eventually unlock a thing that basically means that when you run, it just blows everything out of the way. Which is really funny because you just be running down the street and you'll stop and his car will just go flying past you.
Like a Matrix sprint.
Yeah, like a Matrix, or with all that everything just blowing up as you go. It's really funny. So I barely got through the story. I feel like. Every time I go to do a story mission, that's like 5 minutes, and then all of a sudden I'm just doing all these long side missions that are taking up all this time, and I'm thinking, I could just burn through it, but I don't. I kind of like doing the side missions.
When you start off Saints Row 3, a bit like GTA, it takes ages because you're doing all the tutorial missions which introduce a new mechanic.
Yeah.
Saints Row 3, it introduces a new side quest with each mission you do.
Yeah,
you spend half the game just discovering what.
Well, this is the thing with it's to imagine what it is like. It's a mix between. It's kind of like a mix between the good points of Prototype, mixed with, I guess GTA to an extent, mixed with Mass Effect and The Matrix. Because it has a whole thing where you have a ship and you're going around trying to get people to join your crew. Which is purposely a reference to the Mass Effect. It's evident. This is all the way through. The fact that you can romance people is clearly a reference and then a nod to it. But the number of Matrix references are just ridiculous. You got a whole scene where you're flying through a tunnel, shooting, got things chasing you through a tunnel. I thought it was real fun, and you get on the gun as well, shoot behind you.
That's cool.
And there's just a lot of Matrix references. It just make you're going in. You have to go into a machine to go into the world, and it all loads up, and you're becoming a superhero because of the world. It's really clever. But it's got the way you train when there's a tutorial is you go into a training simulation, which is literally on the rooftops like in the Matrix, which is really that's just silly. And you even do a jump tutorial, a jump from the building. And obviously I got my guy kind of looking. I always try and get a guy look like the same from game to game. So he's always a bald guy because it's easy just to get the bald guy because they're always going to have that haircut. Right, so you just have no hair, shaved, clean shaven head, and then have him just win it looks more like a white Morpheus.
Morpheus.
A Morpheus. But that's good. I'm enjoying that game, but man, it's going to take me ages to complete that game. Just 'cause it's like every side mission it contains 5 objectives, and they're all mini games. So it's like to get into a store, you have to hack the store first, and then you can go into it.
Right.
So it'd be the side mission is we need you to unlock this other gateway, this other door. Into the world, you have to hack these 5 stores, which are to hack a store. You have to do join the line from one end of the screen to the other side of the screen, sort of pipe cell thing, and that is obviously going to takes a while to do as well. So just all these, and this builds up, but it's pretty cool. One of my favorite ones was there's a zombie reference when we saw the guys at Comic-Con. Listen, I found the zombies thing. I think it's a reference because there's a whole thing where there's a fantasy character in it called Nightblade, TV character they always go about, and one of the characters creates a Nightblade sort of fantasy thing within the simulation, so that you fight with Nightblade. Nightblade is like a white blade, basically, which is funny. And he has you have to fight zombies in this casino, which makes no sense. But it's pretty cool, the way that they've changed, because it's the same city as 3, but they've changed it because it's a simulation, that the aliens that have you in the simulation, he's changed everything, so it's you get the kind of what are the posters, the sort of Banksy type things where you're on the wall, where it's obey sort of
They
thing.
Live.
Yeah, they sort of thing.
When he puts on the sunglasses, you can see all these advertisements just saying obey and...
Yeah, it's obey Zinyak and stuff like that all the time, which is pretty cool.
So They Live reference.
All the statues that were probably saint statues are now his alien statues and stuff.
There's Thingy's in it, the actor guy who's the voice in the first Saints Row.
Yeah, Keith David, but he's called Keith David.
Keith David is in They Live.
Is he?
Yeah.
That's cool.
And a guy called Rowdy Piper, ex-wrestler.
Rowdy Piper.
Yeah. Really good. It's a John Carpenter film, really good.
It's good. Because Keith David, he was in number 1 and he was in the DLC for number 2. Number one.
He's an actual character in number 4.
But in number 4, he is Keith David. Yeah. And they even make reference to the fact that he sounds like this guy. Why he's why would the president hire somebody who sounds like the guy who betrayed him in the first game? It's kind of that's funny. But it's just funny because he just refers to him as Keith David, and you can romance Keith David. I don't know if so far I tried it just to see what happened, and nothing happened. He just goes, "I know you want to, but I don't want to." But good, it's a fun game. I don't know if I pay 30 quid for it. I thought it gave me lots of entertainment, so its entertainment value is good. As a game, it's got stupid bugs, actual bugs that just annoy the shit out of you. You'll suddenly just get the camera stuck. There was one point where I went into this store and I came out and the camera was at a low angle shot, and he would just run off, and it was me jumping away and the camera didn't follow me. All right. So it was just the camera was there, but I was away, and I thought, right, I'm going to try and make it load, see if it would load up. So I jumped in, found some water somehow, couldn't see me, but looked at the minimap, got some water, tried to warp to the shore, as you've always been able to do on Saints Row games. Didn't work. Did not work. It was just... you have to reload the game. I've had a couple of those. I think I'm waiting for a fix for that. It has to be a fix. That's just.
I got one on 3, where it was just like latched to the side, looking down, and everywhere I moved, it stayed in that same position. So I couldn't do anything.
There's a few. I keep noticing bugs in games. Like I got stuck in Metro as well. I got stuck behind something. I walked up to this blocked tunnel, turned to my left, is stuck right against the. And then got stuck behind something against the wall. I was just jumping up and down for ages. It's like that shouldn't be stuck. I don't know why I haven't fixed that. That's annoying. I've got the updated version because I've downloaded all stuff like that now. Not that I can. But I think it's a good time to stop. We talked about bugs here. Facts for 34.
Yeah.
If this is NoSenseGamers Podcast before.
The atomic number of selenium. And the Messier object, M34, a magnitude 6.0 open cluster in the constellation Perseus. And it's also the name of a restaurant in Mayfair in London.
Yeah, I just googled like 34, and the first thing it came up with was like 34 Upper Grosvenor Street, London, 4.3 stars from 56 reviews. So I presume that's obviously probably that restaurant.
So that's our.
So if you're in London and you want, I think it's steak and game restaurant, so pretty decent grub from 4.3 stars.
We're doing restaurant reviews now on NoSenseGamers.
Open Saturday hours, 11:30 in the morning till 10:30 at night.
And we want advertising.
Do you want the number? They've got a Spanish Riaca going for 34 quid.
Probably, yeah, that seems about right. Yeah.
And one for 1,995.
There's also a London bus route, 34.
Is that service 34 in Rickerton?
It could well be.
Hermiston Park.
Yeah, that'll be the one.
Right.
It's
The place is called Rickerton.
If you need to get from A to B in London, you might as well get the 34.
If anyone knows what a Ricker is, there's a place called Rickerton.
Okay, and number 34.
34.
I'm liking how this is turned into nonsense. Anyway,
they do have a vegetarian menu. I do want to stress, really important these days, that the 34 restaurant does have a vegetarian menu. Which includes smoked sweet corn soup, macaroni cheese, and watermelon, heritage tomato, and radish salad pomegranate.
Is that all one dish?
Those were 3 separate dishes, but the end, from watermelon through to pomegranate, was an entire dish, which costs around £8.50.
That's important.
I think we can end now. NoSenseGamers.
The wine list includes.
This has been NoSenseGamers Podcast number 34. You've been listening to Dan, Adam,
yes,
and Chris.
I believe there's also an Australian wine. It's from 1990. It's £950.
£230 for a Chateau Gros La Rose.
Check out the podcast on iTunes. We're now putting up on YouTube
Cheeky
as well.
little boy dog.
So subscribe to our YouTube account and follow our videos. And
the Frontery.
Do all the other social media stuff. Thanks for listening.
Did you mention iTunes?
I did mention iTunes.
No sense game.